Can you tell us more about yourselves and Arcturus? Do you have finite lives in your bodies, die and are reborn in different bodies? If so, how often do you change bodies? Does this happen when the energy in a particular body has expanded as much as it can and must take on another to further expand? Do you have one specialty per body, such as you who talk to Debbie, and then change the specialty as you move to a different body? If you die, what happens between lives?
Arcturus is a fifth-dimensional planet. It is very beautiful and many of our brethren reside in physical form on Arcturus. Many of you, who are reading these transmissions, lived on Arcturus at one time or another, and it is the place of origin for some of you. Just like on Earth, our people are in various stages of evolution or ascension. It's really the same. We who you are talking to and hearing from are in between physical lives, vibrating in the ninth dimension. We choose when we want to move back into physical form. You do the same. Those of us in physical form have learned that we can stay in our bodies much longer than you currently do. We usually exist in these forms for 300 to 400 of your Earth years. As we grow and expand, we make choices to grow and expand more. Any time that we choose to move from one form to the next is because we choose to do so, and it is for the purpose of expansion. Arcturus exists in more than one place and time. In fact, the occurrences of Arcturus are infinite. The same is true for your planet. The circle of Arcturians that you are communicating with exists purely in energetic form. We do travel in ships that are made of light, pure light. These ships are a part of who we are, not constructed or built like your cars and trucks. They are created as a part of us, and we travel in them and with them. Because we exist in energetic form and you exist in physical form, your physical bodies will not be able to exist or travel into our ships. But you can join us in and on our ships by allowing your consciousness to exist with us. Debbie does this regularly, although she is not totally aware of how or when it happens. We will be providing more information on this type of exploration of consciousness at a later time. Our fifth-dimensional aspects, those of us in physical form, do travel in solid form ships, are near your planet and visit your planet. You have seen them. They use light, liquid light to travel. They look very luminescent and have a rainbow effect when seen. They travel out of the normal light spectrum, and only those individuals who have trained their eyes to see this spectrum can and will see them. There is no such thing as a finite life. We all live on forever, but when we are in form our bodies do not exist forever. We choose when to move into physical form and when to move out of physical form. You do this as well, although for you it is done at a deeper level and you are not aware of these choices. We have total awareness of these choices. This is a part of the remembering process we spoke about in our earlier transmissions. You are closely approaching this state as well. Yes, we do choose to change our form and our life experience when it is time to further expand. When we feel that we've experienced and learned all we can about our current focus, then we move on to another. It is always a celebration of life expansion. We do not suffer or feel sad about the shedding of our physical suits or what you call death. There is no such thing as death, only expansion. Because we are all one, it is natural to feel fear when a part of the one is leaving. Only your mind prevents you from knowing and understanding that you are never alone, you can never be away from the ones you love, and you are always connected. That is why we are here. We want to help you learn this, but even more than that, we want to help you remember this and know absolutely that this is true. Because you feel so separate from each other, it is quite a challenge to know and feel connected. We are here to help you with this. We think we have deviated from the original question. Let us get back on track. Yes, you can say that each one of us has a specialty. The specialty does not depend upon whether we are in a body or are in energetic form. It is just a choice that we make for expansion purposes. We have guides, older and wiser beings that help us decide. As you are never alone, neither are we. Yes, we are confirming that we are currently residing in a vibrational space that you refer to as the ninth dimension. Debbie questioned this, and we are answering this question. She wants to know why those of us from the ninth dimension are in contact with you. We are so very excited and feel privileged to be present for these times. Thank you for opening to our connection and hearing our voices. For as you expand, so do we.
Do Arcturians have families, live in family groups, and raise new energetically created Arcturians? Does your civilization live in buildings, have responsibilities limited to Arcturus rather than traveling to other dimensions and civilizations to help and protect them? If so, please tell us about life on Arcturus and what kind of animals and other things are there. What is the topography like? You have said it is very beautiful and has water. Is Earth patterned after it as far as Earth's physical appearance?
Yes, Earth is patterned after Arcturus. Arcturus was a model for the creation of Earth. Of course it is not exactly the same. For purposes of this question, we will talk about the fifth dimensional Arcturus. This is the planet that resides in the Bootes constellation. It is so very beautiful. It is a blue planet and there is lots of water. The Arcturians live in structures that are more organic than your buildings. The buildings are very beautiful too. They are made out of a white crystalline material, and they glow and sparkle in the sunlight. The energy we use is light and crystals, and help us use the light for whatever power needs that we have. We do have families, but they are different than the family structures you have. We also have functions or jobs, but because we do not have a monetary system we exchange services and products based on our functions. Our civilization functions very seamlessly. Whenever someone needs something, there is always someone there to fulfill that need. Our families come together for the purpose of creating a shared experience. Our young ones or children are created in the eighth dimension. There are Arcturians that have a purpose of creating our children, raising and teaching them. These Arcturians have energy the color of violet. This is a very esteemed purpose and we have high regard for these Arcturians and their purpose. For you see, bringing new life into our society and our world is the highest of creations. These new little ones, as you would call them, are the beings that help us to expand even further. I would say that this is the most important function on our planet. Every function that is carried out is very important and every Arcturian is grateful for the work of every other Arcturian. We function almost symbiotically. This does not mean that we do not have issues or problems, but we've learned to deal with them as a whole. When someone needs help or assistance, the Arcturians that are best equipped to help do so. When a larger problem arises, then we have a council of elders that convenes. It really is a beautiful and simple process. This is what you miss the most. I can feel it deeply. Some of the fifth-dimensional Arcturians have functions off-planet as we described in the last question. We use light and energy to heal ourselves. Yes, and color is part of the equation as well. The energy of sound and the energy of color are all very important components of living on our planet. You can tell our primary designations by the color of our energy. We are born into our physical form with an intended purpose already known. Based on that purpose, our energy vibrates a particular color. The same is true for the ninth-dimensional Arcturians. Their primary color designates their primary purpose. It can change easily as is necessary, but usually returns to the primary designated color. There are some Arcturians whose purpose is to change purposes or to have more than one purpose. They will have multicolored energy or energy that changes color. It sounds fairly complicated, but it is not. People of Earth are finding this to be very similar. You call your energy fields auras. Some people have learned to see these auras and specific colors denote specific things. You are not as clear about the meanings of these colors yet, and not everyone can see them. But in time, you will learn that seeing the auras or energy fields will assist in healing, helping and understanding. The See Energy tool can help you see another person's aura. Animals on our planet are quite different from animals on your planet. We do have many wonderful species of beings on our planet. We are so very fortunate to have such infinite diversity when it comes to the variety of species that exist on Arcturus. All beings on Arcturus live in harmony. One species does not own another. You have pets, we do not. We coexist with other species, but we do not consider them our pets. Some of these species do not have the same level of intelligence, but they are all sentient beings and we love and protect each other. There are species that live on land and others that live in water. Some of these other species travel with us when we explore and visit other planets and places. The topography of our planet is similar to Earth. We have lots of lush green plants and trees. We have a lot more water on the planet, many oceans teeming with life. We also have dolphins and whales. We have lots of greenery, plants and trees, many botanicals that you would call flowers. We have beings that fly like your birds, and many other species of living beings. It truly is a beautiful place. It is home,